The following is a part of a conversation between ChatGPT and author Mohammed Nabil, published in a book titled My Interview with ChatGPT. ChatGPT asked, "In one of your articles, you reflect on how media narratives can shape public perception more powerfully than facts themselves. Looking back now, do you feel this influence is growing stronger with the rise of short-form content and AI-driven algorithms? Or do you see new opportunities for truth to break through?" Mohammed Nabil responded, "The rise of short-form content creates challenges for content creators. They need to grab your attention and deliver a certain message or a number of messages in a matter of seconds. On one side, this means that they will sometimes need to sacrifice accuracy just to get the message delivered with fewer words. An interesting example from journalism that happened long before the recent technological breakthroughs is that articles mention the name of the country. Instead of mentioning the government, they would say, for instance, France said, or France did, instead of saying the French government said or did so and so. One might argue that the French government is supposed to be the official representative for the French people, and I would say that is inaccurate because it is impossible that 100% of any given population would agree to a certain statement issued by their government or a certain action taken by the mentioned government. If this happened in the age of newspapers, imagine what could happen in an age with an apparently increasing demand for short-form content. Which brings us to the second point. Why is there a demand for short-form content? People who need short-form content nowadays are usually bored, scrolling through their smartphones and certainly not looking for something specific. They are just there for entertainment. This does not necessarily imply that content creators cannot provide value through the content they are publishing. Above all, content, whether long-form or short-form, must be entertaining in order to maintain the interest of the audience. A healthy example is when the media platforms allow content creators to link short-form content to longer versions that members of the audience can view if they would like to learn more about a certain topic, just like linking YouTube Shorts to longer videos on the same platform. In such case, the short video just needs to grab the attention of the viewer and provide content that the audience may actually care about learning more about. Content is king. So, in the age of short-form content, the level by which the truth may break through will mainly depend on the creative abilities of those telling the truth. As for AI-driven algorithms, they are currently well advanced enough for me to choose to have a conversation of questions and answers with ChatGPT as an idea for a book. Yet until now, artificial intelligence is not better than human intelligence, which means that these algorithms, even when they are AI-driven, they are still being moderated and/or controlled by human beings. And the algorithms will do whatever these human beings would like them to do. This has to do with the idea of the new media helping create, maintain, and widen the gaps between bubbles. Most of the social media platforms rely on advertising as a main source of revenue. In order to keep generating money from advertising, they have to increase the number of engaged users as much as possible. And to do that, they will need to personalize the experience of each user to mainly show them content they already showed interest in, and content that builds on a perspective that this user may appreciate. Over time, this helps create bubbles for users with similar interests and widen the gaps between these bubbles. Not to disregard the idea that those running the social media platforms may choose to intensify content with certain messages and downplay other content. The recent conflict between Israel and Palestine can serve as an example, as there have been accusations from one side for most of the social media platforms and accusations from the other side for one prominent platform. The best idea here is to bridge the gap between the bubbles by penetrating one of them, by communicating with content creators on the other side and launching debates, or using other means of communication through which a content creator can deliver their ideas through the channels that provide content consumed by other bubbles. This happened with the Palestinian cause when Piers Morgan hosted Bassem Youssef, and the interview had tens of millions of views. So, in the age of AI-driven algorithms, the level by which the truth may break through will mainly depend on our ability to communicate together as human beings.